So your claim is the universe began from nothing?
No, I'm not making a claim at the moment. What I'm doing
say that?
is keeping an open mind, and I'm not in a very, very lazy fashion just copying off
There's
and
no
saying,
laziness here.
saying, oh,
I'm the
no,
one
no,
there's no laziness
this
here.
is too hard. God must have done it.
Charles Darwin, in his book Origin of Species, there's a chapter called Problems with My Theory. And the problem with his theory would make him laugh at his own theory today. Now, I'm asking you, who've read his book and read many books on Charles Darwin.
A long time ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the problem with his theory that hasn't been solved?
These things evolved. Evolution, one thing you people
So what do you...
Hold on, listen to one thing. One thing you people have no...
Who's me people?
You people who...
Who's me people? It's been a pleasure. Oh, listen, we have our channel. I wanted to watch the conversation. Thank you.
From my referential, everybody has a referential.
Watch what you've been seeing today, right? And question your position. Because it's illogical. Because right now you're in Harry Potter mode. You can't. Please do. Alright, take it. Alright. So we started this conversation about the belief in a creator. That's where it all stemmed from. Are you going as well? Take care. I'll be on to it. We done? You want to continue?
The belief in it, you just made a statement.
Do you accept a belief? Do you accept a belief without proof can be true?
Yes, it can, but it's certainly questionable.
How would you know if it's true or not?
Eh?
How would you know if it's true or not?
Well, it all depends. I mean, it's such a wide question.
Really?
Yeah, it is.
Why?
Because a belief without proof can actually turn out to be true.
Can be, yes.
Yeah, that's dead right.
But how would you know? How would you test it without proof?
How can you prove that there's not a teapot circling Mars?
Do you believe there's a teapot circling Mars?
No, I don't believe.
Me neither.
Oh, yeah, but other people may.
Okay.
You disprove it.
I don't have to disprove it. I can ask them why they believe there's a teapot circling Mars.
That's right, and I can ask you why you believe in the God.
Okay, do I have to do the whole conversation again?
The
whole conversation is why I believe in a creator.
Where's the evidence for a God? Why has the God not revealed himself?
We've just said, belief doesn't need proof to be true, isn't it? So I ask you for proof.
Yeah, but hold on just a moment. That doesn't apply. There's no logic in what you just said.
I'll say it again to you. You said a belief doesn't need proof to be true.
No,
right?
no, wrong.
What did you say?
I said a belief without proof can be true,
Alhamdulillah.
but is not necessarily true.
Agreed?
Yeah.
So I believe that a creator exists.
Yep.
Right? But you asked me to prove it.
Now, what did you come up with the idea that a creator exists independently, or did you actually get that information from somewhere else?
I use my brain.
So independently, you created a God.
No.
No?
No.
Whose God is it?
I came to the conclusion this universe couldn't be the cause of itself. Therefore required a cause, and therefore I believe that I accepted the problem of infinite regression couldn't be solved. Therefore the cause has to be uncaused.
You mean you got to a point where you couldn't explain things any further?
No.
So you copped out and said God did it?
No, not at all.
Yep.
Not
Seems
at
that
all.
way.
Not at all.
Seems from what you described to
Not
me.
at all.
Well, you just started off by saying that you actually couldn't believe that things came from nothing.
Do you believe they can?
Hey?
Do you believe they can?
Yep.
Things can come from nothing?
Yep.
Do you have an example?
Yep.
Give me an example.
Well, as far as the universe is concerned,
No.
The starting point for the universe, the scientists are well-known
Why do you believe
scientists.
the universe came from
they
nothing?
put it down to a singularity.
No, why do you believe the universe
and
came from
a
nothing?
singularity is pretty much harder to explain
All right.
in a forum like this.
So your claim is the universe began from nothing?
No, I'm not making a claim at the moment. What I'm doing is keeping an open mind, and I'm not in a very, very lazy fashion just copying off
There's
and
no
saying,
laziness here.
saying, oh,
I'm the one there's no laziness
this
here.
is too hard. God must have done
I
it.
asked you a simple question.
Who's
Do you
God?
believe
What?
things can begin without nothing, from nothing?
Yep.
Yeah. Why do you
Yep.
believe that?
Why do I believe it?
Yeah.
Because I've basically the scientific writing I've read leads me to be impressed by that opinion.
Which scientific writing have you read that states that things can appear from nothing, and which examples do they give of things that began from nothing?
Oh, I have got things I can quote right off here, right now.
Name one thing.
But I can assure you, there's plenty out there.
There's not one.
Hey, listen.
Name one thing.
I'm just finishing off a 13-week holiday. My head's very, very busy.
Say it again,
I'd
sorry.
like to get. I'm just finishing off a 13-week New Zealand. Yeah, 13 weeks we've been on the go. So my brain's pretty tired right at the moment. So I'm not in the situation to pull up authors and all that sort of stuff. But I do have a very open mind and reading
but
science.
Can you think of anything you've read in science, anything at all, that appears to come from nothing, other than quantum mechanics, where you don't know where those things came from?
Okay, yeah. The universe is a very tough one. But what about, say, evolution?
What about it?
What do you think about evolution?
What about it?
Well, do you actually believe in Darwin's theory of evolution?
What, that we evolved from fish? No.
That we come from fish? No,
That's what Darwin says.
Darwin even.
Yes,
no, he didn't. He did not say that. Fish are only a part of the big tree of evolution. We didn't come
Darwin
from
didn't believe
fish.
in a tree of evolution.
Hey?
Darwin didn't believe in a
he
tree
did
of
so.
evolution.
Don't be silly.
Darwin.
Of course he did.
No, he didn't.
It was a whole thing that came out of Darwin.
No, it came out of it, but that's not what Darwin believed.
Oh, well, it basically was. Of course it was.
Well, no,
the whole
basically
thing
it
is
wasn't.
Darwinism.
Darwin would laugh at his own theory now. He believed frogs emerged from mud. He believed maggots just appeared in meat.
You're making up things as you
I'm
go
not.
along. He did not say that.
No, I'm not.
And I've just
Do you know what Darwin says?
I've just recently
Have you read his book?
visited.
Have you
Yes,
read his
of course.
book?
I've read a number of books
All
of
right.
Darwin. I've just
Have you read Origin
visited
of Species?
his house
All right,
in
have you read
down
Origin of
south of London.
Species?
Yes, I have.
All right, well, tell me about problems with his theory. What did he say?
Well, you tell me what you
No,
think the
I'm not going
problems
to. You
are.
read his book. Now tell me what he
And
said.
I haven't got any problems with this theory.
No,
So what are you trying to tell me?
I'm telling
what
you.
What are you asking me for?
I'm asking you, according to Charles Darwin, what was his own problems he saw with his own theory that he wrote in his book, Origin of Species, in the chapter, Problems with My Theory?
No, I can't let you on to exactly the question you're asking me. You're
I'll ask
obviously
you one more
trying
time.
to set one sort of trap. So you tell me.
I'll say it again to you. Charles Darwin, in his book Origin of Species, there's a chapter called Problems with My Theory. And the problem with his theory would make him laugh at his own theory today. Now, I'm asking you, who've read his book and read many books on Charles Darwin.
A long time ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the problem with his theory that hasn't been solved?
No, look, I can't answer you right now, but you tell me.
Okay. According to his theory, Charles Darwin believed that there should be fossil remains of intermediary hybrid species. Millions of them. Not just one Lucy, millions of them. Because we're finding dinosaur bones. Yeah? Why are we not finding, this is his question, why are we not finding,
Oh, hold on. I know what's
what are you laughing at?
the missing link. You're going for the missing link thing.
Sorry?
You're going for the missing link. Why are we not finding the missing link?
No?
Oh, carry on then. Sorry. I'm sorry. Carry on.
I thought Lucy was the missing link.
No.
What Charles
no.
Darwin says, if you cannot find millions
Yep.
of fossil remains throughout the earth,
Yep.
of hybrid intermediary, because if these evolved, you should see that over so long, we should have fossil remains of half this and or this.
Which are being discovered continually.
No.
Yeah.
We should find millions of them.
Yeah,
All right. Which one have we found?
Continually finding.
Which one have we found?
Which one? What?
Where are these fossil remains of intermediary hybrid species?
Basically, all the pieces that are being found and have been found and are being found continually are fitting the model.
No, what of what? Half lizards, half fish, half
No,
lizard
you've
birds.
got it totally wrong.
What do you mean?
Half lizard. There was never such a thing as a half lizard, a half fish, and another,
Where did lizards
a
come
half
from?
dog.
Where did lizards come from?
What it was done by a lot of
Alright.
very gradual evolution.
From what?
The son or the daughter was almost
Of what?
identical
Okay,
to the
okay.
mother.
Okay, so
whatever it be, whatever what.
So the lizard.
what's
Let's talk about the
made.
lizard. Where did lizards come from?
They're basically a branch of reptiles.
From what? Where did the reptiles come from?
Oh, for God's sake. It's so logical. They came out of other things that emerged out of the sea.
Where did they emerge out? Oh, so they come out of the sea?
Yeah.
So they did come out of fish?
Yeah.
So we should find half fish, half lizards?
No.
What should we find? What should we find?
No, we'll find other species that actually have where things have broken away from one.
No, we should
People
find...
are saying that because of the fact that you're going to use the argument that if we came from the apes, why are there still apes?
Did I say that?
You're using a similar analogy.
say that?
Yes, you are.
Did I say that?
No, you don't. But I can see the analogy that you.
Well,
I can see the analogy that you're
I'd
going
request you didn't use strawman arguments on me. Because I didn't say that. So don't argue against something I didn't say.
for. So you're saying where's the what's the half lizard, half fish?
No,
or
I'm saying
something?
to you, what Charles Darwin said. Charles Darwin says we should have millions of hybrid intermediary species.
Yes, and he
said this. And if you
and
can't,
he was right, but he never described a thing like a half
he actually said, if you can't find these things, then my theory's wrong. That's what he said.
Yeah. Well, that part of it was, in fact, he might have had some words wrong, but the reality is that science is actually proving.
So Charles Darwin told you what would cause his theory to collapse, and today, from the evidence that we've found so far, his theory's collapsed.
Right. So, okay, are you finding that the well-respected scientific world is deserting Darwin?
What do you mean?
Are they deserting Darwin? Are they saying Darwin was wrong? No.
If you look at the evolutionary scientists today, they've come away from Darwin.
Oh, no. They've advanced on from Darwin.
Do they believe in natural selection? Scientists of today?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Oh, do you believe in that natural selection?
Yes, of course I do.
So how do you explain ants? Because they're altruistic. They help each other.
Yes.
So where's the survival of the fittest?
Oh, there's lots of species.
No. Explain to me the ants. Explain to me the ants.
Oh, okay. I'll explain to the ants. The ants are basically an insect which has evolved to evolved to a situation from other forms of insects.
So an ant evolved from
able to develop a culture and a community which made them successful,
right.
And therefore the success.
But don't forget,
success was actually supported by altruism, and it continues on.
So
because altruism works for ants, altruism works for bees, altruism works for human beings.
What happens to survival of the fittest?
And right or wrong, altruism.
What happens to survival of the fittest?
What do you mean?
What happens to survival of the fittest?
All those things can work together.
Oh, they can. So altruism and survival of the fittest?
Of course they can.
I thought survival of the fittest is strong survive.
No. You're saying either or. It doesn't have to be either or.
You're saying, this is what you're saying to me. I'll tell you what you're saying to me.
Strong communities survive because they help each other.
Do you understand the society of ants?
Yeah, roughly, yes.
You do. So I'm going to use a prime example that I like to use here. The leafcutter ant. Tell me about its society. The leafcutter ant.
Oh, well, hold on. I could roll things out to you and ask you to tell me what you wouldn't know. So that's
all right. Well, let me tell you
the leafcutter
what you think you're telling me. All right. What you are telling me, to be honest with you. All right. The leafcutter ant is an ant that cuts leaves.
Sure.
Yeah. And it carries the leaves back to its nest. Right. And on the back of its head, there's a smaller ant from the same species. Because there's a fly that lands, as the ant is carrying the leaf, there's a fly that lands on their neck.
Okay, trickery, yes. I know that happens in lots of nature, yes.
Trickery?
Yeah, well, it is. So it'll be a mechanism. Carry on.
Right. So there's an ant that sits on the back of the leafcutter ant fending off the attacking fly.
Yep.
Okay. When it gets to the nest, there's a dormant ant, which has got a bigger head than the other ants. And what it does, it moves out the way so the hole can be opened up and the leaf is... then can be taken into the nest.
Fantastic, yep.
Right. And then what happens then, the worker ants come and they take these leaves and they take it to another ant in the nest that has a special kind of zinc or some chemical in its jaws. Mm-hmm. And it chews up the leaves into a mush. Now the question is this, these ants can't eat these leaves. So why are they cutting these leaves in the first place is the question. So anyway, so this ant chews it up, and creates this mush. And then the worker ants come back and they take this mush and they take it to a part of the nest, which is not too hot or not too cold. They spread it on the floor, and a fungus grows on top of this mush, right? Then the work ants come, they farm the mush, they take all the mold, the fungus, and that's what they feed their young with, right? Yep. They have soldier ants to protect the nest from invading.
Sure.
All right. Now you're asking me to believe that every single ant within that species, because with one of those components missing in that species, they couldn't survive. Without the dormant ant, predators would be in there.
Sure.
Without the one with the zinc, they wouldn't be able to grow the fungus.
A wonderful community, yep.
Right. But so you're asking me to believe that each ant knew its job, knew how to cut the leaf and which ant would have this and that, and they all appeared at the same time. That's what you're asking? Yes.
No, they wouldn't have all appeared at the same time.
Well, they couldn't survive as a species without it.
No, everything has a finite life cycle.
They couldn't exist as a species without it.
So it replenishes itself, the community replenishes itself.
No.
Surely, it must do.
All right.
It must do.
Do you accept without the dormant ant, the species wouldn't survive?
Yes, there'll be more than one dormant ant.
No, dormant, but it's a particular, within that species, it's a particular ant.
Yeah.
So all these particular, not talking about one ant, talking about the range within that society.
Yeah, the roles.
Right, so you're saying each ant knew its role, was given the abilities for its role
carried by its DNA.
at the same time.
Yeah, carried by its DNA.
At the same time. That's what you're
Evolved to that point.
That's what evolve from what? They have to evolve as a species, isn't it? Because if one part of the component is missing.
Yeah, but the whole species and community would evolve. It's the same with bees.
No. We're talking about
queen
ants.
bees and
I'm trying to understand how a sterile universe produces a society of ants. I'm trying to understand that.
Not immediately. For God's sake, it was billions of years before it got to the point where the ants came along.
No. We're talking about when the ants came along. How did they all come along at the same time, knowing their roles?
There was some previous form prior to those ants. Don't think that all arrived like a bloody movie or a show on Broadway. These things evolved. Evolution, one thing you people hold on, just listen to one thing. One thing you people have no...
Who's me people?
You people who...
Who's me people?
People that think along your lines.
What lines
they have
am I thinking?
No concept of time. No concept of time.
Which
they have no
people?
time.
You said me people.
No, because people that think like you, who use examples like, so where did they come from? They're just supposed to come in front and appear right there. So therefore, could that have happened?
This is a rhetorical question, my friend. This is a rhetorical question. This is not me not knowing. I truly believe they were created by God. Truly. No issues with their roles.
A system like that?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay.
You believe that system happened by accident?
Yeah. No.
Are you mocking me?
No, not accident. Evolution.
Accidentally? Are you saying?
No, evolution is not accident.
So is the design behind evolution?
No, evolution is not accident.
It's not.
Evolution is basically where a species has evolved to from previous points where it has been so successful. It's a very gradual thing. You never get a big jump between a lizard and a duck. See, those things don't happen.
No, I'm not saying that.
You get very gradual.
No, but you believe those ants accidentally found their roles?
Over a long time, yes. Most definitely.
And you believe that over the fact that someone programmed them?
And I'll also say there were probably lots of species of ants that fell by the wayside because they weren't as good as a organised group as the one that you're quoting.
No, but the whole
You're
point
only
is
quoting one.
No. Because when you're talking about survival of the fittest, I'm trying to understand your concept, because you're trying to say to me the species survived because they were stronger than the weaker ones, which is fine.
That's right, and they survived as a kid.
But then I looked at the ants, and they're actually
a community.
Community.
Yes, right. Yes.
And two, they all seem to have defined roles.
And they survived as a community.
And they got defined roles.
And that's where altruism can overlay.
But they got defined roles.
Yes, most definitely.
And you think defined roles is what? Based on what?
Carried by DNA.
And who programmed the DNA?
Who programmed it? No one programmed it.
No one programmed the DNA.
Once again, DNA is part of evolution.
So the DNA, is it deliberate or accidental?
It's evolutionary.
No, is it accidental or deliberate?
No, it won't be accidental.
It won't be accidental?
No.
So someone's...
sorry, in a way it can be accidental because the successful DNA succeeds and carries on. The unsuccessful DNA doesn't cut the mustard and falls by the wayside. So you can argue that by accident, it actually is the accidental DNA which is successful and makes it.
Right, so you believe that the ants that just accidentally or deliberately doing what they're doing. I'm trying to understand that.
The ones that you can see. Look, there's a concept that if you give enough time, you can have a monkey playing a piano and come up with a Chopin sonata. As long as you give it I try and understand this concept.
You're not going to quote the monkey's typing was a Shakespeare
on the typewriter or writing
let's use the monkey on the typewriter. Make that claim.
Yeah, but hold on. It doesn't matter too much. It's creating
nonsense.
It's creating a successful piece if you give it long enough.
Okay.
Another concept I'll give to you is the fact that it doesn't matter if you've got a competition and let's say a tournament, like a tennis tournament, for example. Someone's got to win that tennis tournament. They could all play bad. They could all play shit tennis, but there's got to be a winner because in every round, someone drops out and someone wins over that person.
Right.
So, in fact, a winner of a tournament is not necessarily anything special. You can call it the lucky penny if you're tossing pennies. There will be a penny that comes up.
Okay, let me ask you a question about time. If I never made
the very thing. Give it long enough.
All right.
Give it long enough. Successful things will actually succeed. But you don't want to forget about all the things that haven't been successful.
Right. So if I get out of bed and don't make my bed, how much do you think after a certain amount of time it'll make itself?
Why would I have said that?
Well, you just said that time. I'm ignoring time.
No, because
Probability, right? That's what it's getting at. It's time and probability.
it's probability.
Okay. If I smash a glass, yeah, I don't know, 10 million times. Any one of those times are going to form little glasses.
No,
Yeah, like miniature glasses.
no.
No, shut up. Really?
It's not impossible.
You believe that?
Again, this is the scale, right?
No, do you believe that?
I believe it. I think it's.
So you believe
It's pretty improbable.
if I smash the glass, you're saying at some point, them glasses are not going to be all shattered pieces of glass. They're going to be little miniature glasses. You're saying that's possible?
No,
So
you
let's
talk.
take it like this, right? Yeah, I think, and I'm happy to.
You talk about destruction,
I'm not just
though.
trying to tell you.
You don't believe that, do you?
But let's say
Not
you
really,
smash
no.
No, of course not.
Well, let's say you
Because it's
smash
silly.
glass,
Well, go on.
And it goes into 10 pieces, right? But you might say, actually, no, I believe that it'll go into 50 pieces.
No, that wasn't the question.
No. Just bear with me here. I'm happy to go, yeah, fuck it. No, they won't go into.
They won't go into glasses.
Right, but
Done.
I reckon they will go
So time's irrelevant.
finish my point.
No, with this point, time's irrelevant. My point I'm making is this. He said, give anything enough time, it can happen.
No, not any. No, I didn't say that.
Not
no,
anything.
no.
Okay.
No. What
Only
I did,
the things that you think happen.
What I did say that when you give an example of your leaf cutter ants and whatever,
Right.
consider the number of situations
Right, yeah.
and species and groups of species that didn't make it. You're seeing the one that made it successfully, and you're saying, "Whoa, miracle! God did it." No, it's just the fact
okay.
that is the one that's been successful
Right.
over
At
large.
this point, at this juncture, I don't know why you keep playing the straw man argument of God of the gaps. I don't know why you keep doing this, right? Because I've not said, because I don't know.
Why
God
is it
did
straw man?
I'll tell you why. Because I never used the God of the gaps argument, and you've used it 3 times on me. 3 times you've thrown it at me, and 3 times I've said to you, I have not said because I don't know God did it. I've never said this. But you're arguing against as if I did. That's a straw man argument. It means you're creating an argument that I've not offered, and you're beating that argument up. That's what you know what straw man argument is. It's logic fallacy.
Yeah. No, I know that. Yeah.
So I'll say it again to you. Name one point in this conversation when I said because we don't know, God did it. Because it's so sophisticated, God did it. I've never made that claim.
Well, what about the creation of the universe?
Right.
You inferred effectively that because of the fact that you can't explain it, therefore it must have been done by
No.
God or a higher being,
No.
or a higher force.
I didn't infer that at all.
Oh, okay, that's
your
good.
problem was you heckled the conversation where you missed the first half an hour. That was your problem. Because I explained.
I only asked a question,
No, you heckled the conversation saying that me being
and you
religious.
couldn't resist me.
Well, you know what? I heard the accent. I thought he's come over to England. Let's give him a bit of tourist attraction.
Oh, lovely,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And you said something so stupid that I had to respond.
Oh, what was that?
That being religious is a cop-out. That was bizarre. That
Why
was,
is
that was I couldn't
Why is it?
resist. Why?
Because it is the easy
All
way
right,
out.
I'm a Muslim. Do you think being a Muslim is easy?
Don't know.
Well, you seem to think it is. You just tell us the easy way out.
What?
You just said it is
Well,
the easy way out.
no, it's the easy way of explaining your problems that you can't explain in any other way. Creation of the universe.
Did you say being religious is a cop-out?
I'm saying.
No, believing in God is a cop-out.
No. What I'm saying is when you can't explain things about the universe, about creation and evolution and whatever.
Again.
Yeah, God did it, and I don't. It may not be exactly you, but it is for many religious people.
But I would beg the question that, to be honest with you, you talk to me, mate. Yeah? And if you're going to talk to me, I'll even though you heckled it, I don't mind. But don't tell me what someone else told you. Because I ain't interested. Yeah? You should be talking about what I've said, and what I believe, and what I've claimed. And deal with that. Don't come to me and say, someone else said this and I said that. Who
So
cares?
you don't believe that God created the universe? What do you believe?
What do I? I'm a Muslim, obviously what I believe.
So do you believe that God created the universe?
Of course I do.
I rest my
Why do
case.
that? Oh, what case have you rested on? Which evidence did you rest your case on?
Well, hold on just a moment. You 1 minute you're inferring that.
Why do I believe in a creator? Remind me.
Why do you believe in a creator?
Yeah, remind me.
Well, you tell me.
No, because you seem to know why I believe in a creator.
You've got a better way of describing it than I have.
I've just done it for half an hour.
Well, why do you believe in a creator?
I've just done it for half
Well,
an
do
hour.
it. Make out we're travelling in a lift and do it between floors quickly.
I believe the universe had a beginning. I believe the cause of that universe couldn't have a beginning due to the problem of infinite regression. Therefore, cause of the universe has to be uncaused. This uncaused cause has to be powerful, intelligent, and conscious by necessity. That's what I believe.
Yeah, but that's just what you believe.
No, I'm just.
There's no logic.
All right. Let me explain something to you, right? Let me explain something to you. Shall I explain something to you? Shall I explain something to you? All right. This conversation is about an hour long. Right. First half an hour of it was everything I just said to him then in the space of 10 seconds, which he said, do the lift, yeah? I explained for half an hour. Right? I didn't just pull it out of the sky. No, this is the channel, EFDawah. Watch it. Right? I'm not gonna do the same conversation again. Right. But watch it, and then if you want to challenge it, put your comments on, no worries. What's your name?
Malhad.
Malhad, what's your name on YouTube so I can look out for it? Create one up. Heckler in the Park or something, yeah? And then I'll look out for that comment, and you either say, you know what, you did actually logically explain that, or say, I've watched it, and to be honest, I still don't believe you've logically explained it, and I'll explain it to you. And I'll explain the explanation. No problem. So anyway, so that's my principle. So that's what my belief is based on. Do you know what belief is?
Belief.
Yeah. Let's just lock that down as well at the same time. We're here. What does belief mean?
Well, it's your thought as to.
No, it's not a specific thing.
Hold on. Well, sorry. It's your thought as to something that's true.
No, that's not what belief is. See, I'm asking for what my perception of belief is.
Well, you could find many. I could go on all afternoon, and you'd say, well, no, that's not.
Well,
so you give me what it is.
Well, here's the thing: you don't have to make up.
It's easier to discount things. It's easier to discount things than it is to put the principle up. So you tell me what belief is. Your point of view.
True, even in the absence of evidence. That's what belief is.
Well.
Do you accept that?
Yeah, well, that's fine. Well, I've heard actually that being the evidence for faith as opposed to belief.
If you read,
you see,
if you read a thesaurus, the word belief is synonymous with faith, convict, trust, accept. They all mean the same thing.
Yep.
Just depending on what context of the sentence.
Yep.
Yeah?
But I can have belief without having faith.
It's the same thing. You can't.
Yep.
Belief is faith.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But I believe that my hand is on the is on this fence.
No, you know it.
Whatever. I know it. That's dead right.
That's not belief, is it?
And is it not belief?
Oh, no, that's not. You know it.
Is it faith?
No, it's knowledge, isn't it? You know
it's
it.
Belief. That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Right.
Yeah. So,
so do you believe
the problem?
All right. The classic. Do you believe your father was your father?
My father is my father.
Do you believe he was?
Yes.
Do you have proof?
Yeah, I have pretty good proof in the fact we've got extremely similar
That's subjective.
aspects.
That's subjective.
Yeah, okay. Yep.
That's not proof.
Yep.
Have you done a DNA test?
No, I haven't. No.
Right. So you believe your father was your father?
Yep.
Right. And the reasons are, like you said, characteristics, look like him, this, that, the other.
Same build.
Alhamdulillah.
Yep.
And also you believe your mum didn't mess around.
Yep.
That should be the first part of call.
Yep.
I don't believe my mum was unfaithful, therefore my father's my father. Although you could have been swapped at birth, who knows?
Yep.
Okay. So that belief, how can I prove that belief false?
How can you
Say it's false.
How could you say it's false? Well, you could arrange with me to have a DNA test.
Is your father still alive?
Eh?
Is your father still alive?
No, he's not, but there'll be a way of doing it.
Really?
Yep. Blood samples and stuff. Yep.
Oh, you've kept his blood?
No, we haven't. It's, they're kept in the system.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yep.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep. Oh, well, how do you think that things are picked up from...
But that's not me proving it wrong.
Eh?
That's you proving it right. That's not me proving it wrong.
Oh, that's fine. Well, you're only surmising, therefore.
No, I'm saying to you, how can I prove it wrong? Your belief.
Prove that belief wrong. Well, I'll leave that up to you. I couldn't think of a way that you could prove it wrong.
I could prove your mum cheated.
Could you?
I could do.
Try it. Give
No,
it a go.
I'm not saying your mum cheated. But I'm just saying if I presented evidence that your mum cheated, then you'd have to question your belief, wouldn't you?
I would. That's dead right. And I'd willingly do so.
And then you would do your DNA test. Then you could come back.
Yep.
Alhamdulillah.
And I wouldn't cling to a belief or a faith.
You are doing.
No. I wouldn't cling to a belief or a faith.
Oh, if
you gave me evidence that my mother cheated, then I'd be prepared to change my beliefs.
No, you wouldn't. You'd do your blood test.
But I would be prepared to change. I said.
You wouldn't.
Why?
You think I'm lying? You think I photoshopped it?
I have a scientific mind, and I'm always looking for the truth, good or bad.
So you don't believe that I could create a video that indicates that your mum cheated in this day and age of flipping Harry Potter.
You could, whether it had credibility or not.
No. But what I'm saying is, I could give you a video and you wouldn't believe it, would you? You'd reject it.
No, I wouldn't necessarily.
You don't know the nature of your mum.
No, I've got an open mind.
So you'd even question the nature of your mum?
No,
potentially...
no, what I'm saying is that my mind is actually open to any new information.
Alhamdulillah. So is mine. That's how I embraced Islam. Because I was like you 19 years ago.